Okay, how you doing? Let's refresh our brains on how to solve an equation that contains fractions. So, first things first, let's get this as simple as possible. All the denominators are different. Why don't we get them all the same first? Okay? So I have a denominator of a 5, a 2, and a 10. I need a common denominator. So, LCD as it's called, right? There's numerous ways of finding a common denominator. So you can look at the 2 and the 5 and the 10, but doesn't 10 break down to a 2 and a 5? So 10 is comprised of 2 and 5. If you want these guys to look like each other, then since this has a 2 and a 5, this is going to need a 5, so it's a 2 and a 5. And this is going to need a 2, so it has a 2 and a 5. Does that make sense? So they all have 2s and 5s now, 1, 2, and 1, 5, which means this denominator of 5, in order for us to make it the same, you have to multiply top and bottom by 2, which will give you, that's right, 2 over 10x. Now, plus, let's look at this one. This was the denominator of 2. Well, if I wanted to make it look all the same, I needed to multiply by a 5. So I am going to multiply top and bottom by a 5, which means we get 15 over 10. Excellent. And equals, yeah, this guy already has a denominator of 10, so we're good. We don't have to worry about it. Does that make sense? So, at least all the fractions have the same denominator, which is going to make them so much easier to deal with. Cool? Okay, so now, stay focused. We're solving. That means it's an equation, which means there's an equal to sign. I need the x by itself, and everything that doesn't have an x needs to be on the other side. This term doesn't have an x, so I need to get rid of it. How do you want to get rid of it? Good. Since this is addition, we're going to subtract it to both sides. And I'm going to write it this way, so it's a little cleaner looking, shall I say? All right, so on the left side, what remains? Good, I have 2 over 10x, this plus 15 tenths, and this minus 15 tenths drops out. I have an equal to sign, right? And now I get to subtract these fractions. Yay, they have the same denominator. So what's 3 minus 15? Good. Negative 12 over 10. Excellent. So far, so good? Okay. X's are on one side, non-X's on the other, but I still need that X by itself. Yeah, I have to get rid of the 2 over 10. And it's multiplied, isn't it? So then how do you get rid of it? You divide. Since it's multiplied, you're going to divide. On both sides, right? Okay, so on this side, I choose to write the division problem like this. It's the same. I'm still dividing. Which means over here on the left, I have x. And over here on the right, do we really ever divide by fractions? Yeah, no, we don't. It ends up being a multiplication problem, doesn't it? Do both fractions stay the same? No, they don't. One flips, doesn't it? And sometimes you're like, well, how do I know which one does the flipping? Okay, another little sidetrack. Negative 12 over 10 divided by 2 over 10. I'm going to write it this way. Here is how you remember which one does the flipping. I don't want this denominator. So if I multiply it by its reciprocal, one of the 10s and the 2s cancel. So I'd end up with just a 1 down there, right? Okay, well, whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. which means your division of fractions becomes multiplication. Fraction number 1 stays the same. It stays a negative 12 over 10. And fraction 2 is the one that ended up doing the flipping because of this process. It was called a complex fraction. You multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator, which means the numerator gets multiplied by the reciprocal of the denominator, or fraction number 2. This is why we end up multiplying fractions always, not dividing. And fraction number 2 does the flipping. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So let's take a look. We have x equals. All right. So there's a couple different ways you can multiply fractions, right? Just multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator, and then reduce. Or you can reduce first. Hey, I'm noticing the tens will cancel. I'm going to cancel the tens. I have negative 12 over 2, and I know that's going to reduce to negative 6. Wonderful. Good? Okay, so recap. Get all the denominators the same. Get a common denominator first. It moves adding and subtracting much easier. And then we had to divide. So you had to remember how to divide fractions and reduce. Good? Okay, I've got a few examples heading your way. Work on them. After you work on them, go look for my lecture video that has the solutions, shall I say, and how I got those solutions. Have fun with this stuff. I'll catch you on the flip side.